guys, I'm Nicole and welcome to my channel. I hope everybody is doing well. It has been like literal crazy town in my house over the past few weeks. My son had a birthday and so we had lots of sweets there, and then Valentine's Day, and yeah, there's just been lots of sweets circulating. Both grandmas came over and brought candy, and of course we gave our kids some candy. And so yeah, we've just been, I don't know, just a little bit on the hyper side lately, but Lord willing, things will be calming down around here. But I hope you guys are doing really good. We have been doing great, other than just a little bit of hyperactivity. We are plugging along with our homeschool work, and we are getting close, guys. We're getting close. I mean, we still have, I guess, a couple of months left, but it's just, I can see that light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm excited for us just to step into spring and summer and do all those things. It's gonna be so fun. I'm really looking forward to it. We have a little field trip planned. I think we're going to go to a science museum over next weekend, which should be fun. We're members there, and our membership ends at the end of the month. And so I wanted to get one last trip in before that membership ends. Something that I like to do is, if we are members of like a museum, an aquarium, a zoo, something like that, is I try to get a visit in right before that membership expires, and then I usually don't renew it for almost like another year or something like that. But that way, you know, I can have a little bit of a break for paying for membership, but yet it still seems like we went not too long ago, and then like we'll invest in a different membership, you know, for the year after the other one ends, if that makes any sense. And so yeah, so like we were members of a zoo and an aquarium. We haven't been members there for over a year now for both of those. So since the science museum membership is ending, I think we're going to go ahead and get a zoo membership really soon, which the kids are excited about. We always love going to zoos and seeing the animals and, you know, all of that fun stuff. So we're going to be doing that really, really soon. So I just want to talk to you guys for a little bit today about money, about making money, about if, as like women, if we should be concerned with making money, that kind of thing. I guess it's a little bit of a backstory. About 6 or 7 years ago, my family, or my husband and I, or especially me, became really convicted that we needed to try to pay off our debt and become debt-free. This is something that my husband had kind of, you know, wanted to do before this point, but I just did not see any way how. I just didn't understand. I thought we were doing the best we could do, and there's just no way to get out of debt. And so during that time frame, we worked super hard for many years. We moved a lot, and we downsized. We made different sacrifices, and we, you know, we did a lot to try to get out of debt. And by the grace of God, we did, which was really great. But then after that point, you know, I've just been a little bit confused as far as, should we keep, I don't know, keep pushing ahead as fast as we were to try to make money? Because whenever we were trying to get out of debt, not only did my husband have his job, but I was doing certain things. Like, I was very active on Etsy. I sold birthday outfits for little girls that I made. And then I did other things from home. I tried to like make printables to sell, and just anything I could think of to make money. I was trying to do that to get out of debt. And I think that was like a very good thing to do. You know, I don't regret it at all. And I believe the Lord blessed our efforts, and we were able to get out of debt. But now we are out of debt, and you know, my husband's, I guess his income, his regular income from his job, it covers all of our necessary expenses, and we're good. We are good. But I still kind of like, I feel like, since like I have slowed down on things, and I have made the decision not too long ago to stop selling outfits for now, and to try to be a blessing to others, instead of like charging, you know, money for like my printables. Now on my website, they're free, and then on Etsy I have them listed for $1, just because you have to pay you know, fees for listing and all this kind of thing. But pretty much I'm like, you know, I really want to just try to be a blessing to others and give them away. But for me to get to this point, I had to, like, I don't know, I had to do some soul searching. I had to do some seeking, some reading of scripture for me to get to this point. And I came to a conclusion not too long ago, and I just wanted to share it with you guys, because it's like, I don't know, it can be just like a never ending cycle. If we're always seeking for more, we're always searching for more money and or a bigger house or more land, and we're not content, then that can just breed all kinds of problems. And I know for me, like, there are certain things that I would like to have, even though we have everything we need. I mean, we do. We have everything we could need. I mean, I dream about, like, sometimes I see people who might have land to give to their kids. Like, we don't have the land to do that. We don't have enough land to give a little bit to every child we have. I mean, that's something like that's in my heart that I would love to do. And yet I was, questioning the Lord, like, is this something that I should be trying to make money to make this happen, to make this a possibility? Or do I really need to be content, with just what I have, and to, be content with my husband's income and not worry about it? And so one of the things I like to do is, of course, I like to read the Bible, and I like to try to figure out, from there, what's God's opinion on things. And, sometimes, like in the Old Testament, it seems like God richly blessed people in a financial way. But then in the New Testament, there's a lot of talk about being content with what you have, to be content with your wages, and those types of things. It seemed like more of a theme to me in the New Testament than the Old Testament. And so I started to look into some like Jewish wisdom books. I really like to read those kind of books. It's super interesting to me, and I feel like a lot of times those books, they illuminate at least the Old Testament scriptures, so I can have a better understanding and grasp on that, because the Jewish people, they have had these scriptures for many, 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 many years. And so I really do like to just at least read these books and try to get a little bit more understanding. But I don't even know. It might have been a book. It might have been an article I was reading. And it was talking about how we should, try to, make the money that we need to provide for, our family, for like our basic needs, for housing, for, not necessarily elaborate housing, but just, basic housing, our clothing, our food, those types of things that we need. And then over and above that, we shouldn't try to make the money for those things. And if the Lord wants to bless us over what we're doing, then He will. And I mean, God, He is in charge of everything in this entire universe. And so if He is wanting for us to be blessed financially in a way over and above what our needs are, then He will. And there's nothing that can stop Him from doing that. And so we shouldn't be just chasing after wealth. I think that's the problem. It's not necessarily being wealthy is the problem. It's chasing after wealth, and it's consciously trying to make more money just because you want to make more money, or because you want something more than what you actually need to have. And that was kind of like a light bulb moment for me, because I've tried to like reconcile between having what you need, or some people seem to have more than they need, but they still seem to love the Lord, some of these people, and they seem to be following the Lord. And so it's just kind of like, where should we be? Like, where should I be in the spectrum? Should I be trying to be making more money to purchase more things if we don't need to, if we have what we need, if the Lord has provided what we need through my husband's income, and He has, especially now since we are out of debt, then should I be continuing to try to do that, to try to make money? And I don't know, I guess I feel like right now the answer is no, at least for this point in time. I'm definitely, I always need to try to be content no matter what, but at this point in time, it's not like there's any kind of big expense on the horizon that we don't have the money for, things like that. And if that, came to pass, then I might be more likely, I probably would, to try to make a little bit of money on my, on my side of things as well. But it's been really nice. It's been like, I guess, a burden's kind of been lifted off of me since I've kind of come to that understanding, and just knowing that that the Lord, He will bless, and one of the things that He really wants us to do is to be content with what we have. And if we do that, then I do think that if it's his will to bless us over and above that, he will. And we don't need to be concerned about it. We don't need to be seeking after those like monetary blessings or just, material things if it's not something that we need. All we need to worry about is what we need, seeking those things, and then, being generous with any extra money we have. Giving is a wonderful thing that we should be doing. Instead of concentrating on just like what else we might want. And so that's something that I have really been looking into, studying the past couple of months, and I've kind of come to that conclusion, and it's been really nice. And so I've like stopped anything pretty much, like I said, on Etsy. I think I have a couple of things listed that are $1. But I took off all my birthday outfits. I had like a blog membership on my blog, which is redeeminghome.net, and I stopped that. And yeah, I've just thought, I don't need that extra money, and I'd like to try to be a blessing without worrying about finances right now. So yeah, I mean, if you have anything to say, I'd love to hear your point of view, your opinion about this, because I know a lot of us as mothers and wives, I don't know, especially since the message that a lot of us heard growing up. I mean, this is something that was really ingrained in me, is that it was important for us to, have our own careers or to make our, own income apart from our husbands. And it took a long time for me to deprogram and to get out of that mindset. And yet I still do find myself at times trying to get back into that. I don't know, just because I think part of it has just been ingrained in me so deeply from the time I was a kid. And I was pretty good. Like, I was a good student. And so my teachers were always like, oh, you're going to be a doctor, a lawyer, you're going to do this or that one day. And I just had these thoughts of like what I was supposed to do. And it's completely different than what the Lord really wanted me to do. And I wouldn't trade my life for anything in the world. It's wonderful. He has blessed me like so exceedingly and abundantly. And so it's great. And, I just, he's given us what we need, and I'm very, very thankful for it. So I guess those are my thoughts for today. And like I said, feel free to chime in or comment below, if there's anything you'd like to say about this. Not that I'm saying it's sinful for women to try to make money, because I don't think it is at all. But, I think a lot of it has to do with our heart. And especially since my husband, he's more like, you don't need to make money. I've got this, he's kind of like, he'd rather me not work, and I know some women, their husbands might rather them work. And then that's like a totally different dynamic that you need to like deal with and work through. And so like, I don't have that within my marriage. But anyway, so leave a comment below if you'd like. And I'm gonna get back to my crazy crew. Lord willing, they are calming down a little bit. It's been quite the morning, but we did get our homeschooling done, and I've got a lot of cleaning to do. I've got laundry in the washing machine I need to put into the dryer. Yesterday I spent some time landscaping outside. Oh, I'm getting so excited about spring. But I guess not really landscaping. I mean, it was landscaping. It just wasn't planting anything. But like around our air conditioner unit last year, it just got so weedy very, very quickly. It just like, it kind of like, I don't know, it held water. Like the ground right there just would like to hold water. And so I took the time to lay down a bunch of cardboard and rocks over it yesterday, and that was quite the workout. But I'm really glad it's done, and hopefully this summer we won't have those same weed problems there. But thank you guys so much for stopping in with me today, and I will talk with you soon.